did incredibly well.
Mics are on, folks.
So when we were doing,
Potatoes will grow on anything.
they do.
No friends at the media.
Not tonight, I guess. I think maybe I'm running a bit late, maybe. Maybe
Covering that village out west we never say the name of.
maybe a McBride.
For us, my feeling is hurt.
Your one feeling.
Good evening, all, council, members of the public, welcome. I'd like to call the Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 regular meeting of council to order. First up on the agenda is adoption. Councillor Pearson, thank you. Councillor Mullock, thank you. Are there any additions or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. 3.1, adoption of the minutes of the March 24, 2026 regular meeting of council. Thank you, Councillor Mullock. Councillor Blanchette. Are there any errors or omissions arising from that? All in favor? Carried. Administrative reports, 5.1, water metering petition for information. Is there any questions on the water meter petition report? .2, Union of BC Municipalities, UBCM, public notification and evacuation route planning, looking to approve staff to apply up to $40,000 from the UBCM public notification and evacuation route planning 2026 funding stream. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor McLean, any questions, discussion?
Hopefully this doesn't involve changing stop sign orientation again.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
In the report, Ms. Anderson notes that the regional district is also doing a subsequent application, which they are working towards and will not be in front of Thursday's board, simply because they're waiting for a response from Cletley today for that overarching evacuation route planning. Any further discussion? All in favor? Carried. 5.3, Valemount Bear Club Soccer. They have a municipal donation request, looking to approve a municipal grant in the amount of $410 to the club to cover costs for insurance and rental of the Valemount Secondary School field. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor McLean. You don't have grandchildren in that program, do you? Is there a conflict maybe? No? Discussion? All in favor? Carried. 5.4, Fifth Avenue asphalt resurfacing tender summary. Looking to award the Village of awards the Village of Valemount Fifth Avenue asphalt resurfacing contract to BA Dawson Blacktop in the amount of $339,000, $777.45. The mover, Councillor Pearson, Councillor McLean. Discussion. Quite a bit lower than I thought it was going to be. I want to thank staff, finance especially, for setting the bar high and expectations of what projects like this could look like, and then finding that it's not quite as high as we're to expect. So, other discussion? All in favor? Carried. 5.5, West Tech invoice request, looking to approve the sole sourcing to West Tech for an invoice in the amount of $58,526.29 US, which is approximately $84,000 Canadian, for water treatment plant clarified media. Councillor Mullock, Councillor Pearson, discussion. Councillor Blanchette.
What exactly is this?
If it's
They go into the clarifier tank, and before they can backwash that tank, they have to use these beads to do what these beads do. They're 10 years old, and they need replacement.
Okay, and this is the only place in the world that we can get these from?
Mr. Person?
Question's partly answered, so this is not an annual expense, this is a once in 10-year kind of
9, 10,
lifespan?
11,
Yeah,
my understanding from the superintendent.
yeah, thank you.
Other discussion points? All in favor? It's carried. 5.6, Columbia Basin Trust Ready Grant Funding Recommendations. Give me a second.
Question?
Oh, yes, please.
Indicates separate resolutions. Are we not able to do them as a block as we have in the past? So we're going to be parading in and out.
Please.
I believe they have been done separately in past so that you could, for the,
Okay.
that's what I recall from
I think the ready grants, yes, not as a block. We've done
Oh,
passive.
Permissive tax, sorry.
Permissive taxes
yeah,
as a block,
yeah,
but
sorry,
I think the ready grants have typically been a separate resolution.
yep.
Yep.
Just give me a heads up as I'm reading the recommendation. Number 1, that the Valemount JCR Adult Committee Society receives $13,959 for their project shelter training exercises. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor Mullock. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Number 2, that the Royal Canadian Legion receives $22,000 for their project War Heroes Museum Climate Control. Councillor Pearson.
And I will recuse myself on this one as I'm involved in the project.
Thank you. 706. Do I have a mover and a seconder? Councillor Mullock, Councillor Blanchette. Discussion. All in favor? It's carried. It was carried.
Thank you.
Number 3, that the Regional District Fraser Fort George Valemount Volunteer Fire Department being denied the requested $90,000 for their project, pickup truck for structural protection for wildfire response. Councillor Mullock, Councillor McLean, discussion. Any questions on this one? All in favor? Carried. That the Rocky Mountain Racing Association received $40,000 for their project, Racetrack Grader for Safe and Sustainable Racing. Moved by Councillor Mullock, seconded by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Number 5, that the Robson Valley Wellness Society receives $13,728.93 for their project, Vital Connection. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, seconded by Councillor McLean. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Number 6, that Tourism Valemount receives partial funding of $10,450 of the requested $12,950 for their project, Alpenglow Marketplace. Councillor.
I would ask to be recused. I know that I'm on the tourism as of council, but because of the fact that I was actually on that committee that was putting it forward, I'd like to.
Yeah,
Step up.
okay, I'll accept that. Everyone understand that conflict? Moved by Councillor McLean, seconded by Councillor Blanchette. Discussion on partial. All in favor? Carried. It was carried, Counselor. Number 7, that the Valemount Climbing Club receives partial funding of $14,073.12 of the requested $19,820.12 for their project, Valemount Climbing Facility Improvement. Moved by Counselor McLean, second by Counselor Pearson. Discussion on partial. All in favor? It's carried. These next two, I am an appointed member of the board from this council, so there's no conflict there. That the Valemount Area Recreation Development Association receives partial funding of $2,249 of the requested $25,000 for their project, local trails, local jobs, local initiatives. Councillor Pearson, Councillor Mullock, discussion on partial.
Just a quick note for anybody that's noticing the reduced funding for some of these and lack of funding for others, that the attached report in the agenda on this item explains reasons why, that it's not just a flat-out denial.
Yep. Good point. And at the end of these, I'll maybe turn it over to Councillor Mullock for some comments. Further discussion? All in favor? It's carried. Number 9, that the Valemount Area Recreation Development Association receives $50,000 for their project, Valemount's Winter Snowmobile Economy Sustainability. Moved by Councillor McLean, second by Councillor Blanchette. Discussion? All in favor? It's carried. I will be stepping out for this one. That the Valemount Affordable Rental Society be denied the requested $25,000 for their project, Affordable Housing Project Design, Juniper Square 3. Councillor McLean. My conflict is my wife is a signatory on this grant application. Councillor McLean, it's up to you.
Pearson.
Wasn't me that denied it. Number 11, that the Valemount Entertainment Society receives a reduced funding amount of $8,160 for their project, equipment purchase and tower site improvements maintenance. Very good. Thank you. Councillor Mullock.
And I just wanted to mention that as I am appointed by the village, I do sit on the board, but I can remain here.
Thank you. We have a mover for that, Councillor Blanchette. Councillor Pearson. Discussion. All in favor? It's carried. It was carried. Number 12, that the Valemount Curling Club receives $18,220.28 for their project, ice surface flooring upgrade. Moved by Councillor Mullock, second by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Number 13, that the Valemount Community Sports Day Association receives $16,000 for their project, Valemount Days 2026. Moved by Councillor McLean, second by Councillor Mullock. Discussion. All in favor? It's carried. Number 14, that the Valemount Senior Citizens Housing Society receives a reduced funding amount of $4,000 for their projects, safety and security, Meals on Wheels.
Volunteer on the board.
Thank
I
you.
as well, because I'm on the.
Well, at least we have quorum.
been interesting.
Moved by Councillor Blanchette, second by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. All in favor? It's carried. It was carried. Number 15, that the Yellowhead Outdoor Recreation Association receives partial funding of $8,325 of the requested $12,525 for their project, cabin enhancement project. Moved by Councillor Mullock, second by Councillor Pearson. Discussion. All in favor? Carried. Councillor Mullock, do you have any sort of comments on the committee, its role this year, the process?
Every year we have challenges. This year was no different. It went really well. The folks involved were very, very engaged. So we're very happy. I don't know whether it's so, to add to what Councillor Pearson mentioned about there was 3 of them that was diminished somewhat because funding came from another source.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's another year. Some great projects, and look forward to seeing them come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for representing us there. Okay, bylaws and policies. 6.1, Village of Valemount Subdivision and Development Servicing Bylaw number 919, 2026. Looking for final adoption. Councillor Pearson, Councillor Blanchette. Discussion on final. All in favor? Carried. 6.2, Village of Valemount Fees and Charges Bylaw number 869, 2023. Amendment Bylaw number 920, 2026. Looking for final adoption. Councillor McLean, Councillor Mullock. Discussion on final. All in favor? It's carried. 6.3, Bylaw and Notice Enforcement and Dispute Adjudication Bylaw number 698, 2013. Amendment Bylaw number 921, 2026. Looking for third reading this evening. Councillor McLean, Councillor Blanchette. Discussion on third. All in favor? Carried. No new business this evening. Looking, anything out of the reading file folks would like to bring to surface? Councillor Pearson.
Yeah, just a thank you to both Mr. Thomas, Mr. Grogan for their letters
Yeah.
to council.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did get back to Mr. Grogan. And I did reach out to, I'll raise it in council reports. Anything else? Councillor Mullock.
Tourism Valemount, once again, we're that time of year where the cleanup is happening again on the Saturday, April 25th. Hopefully everybody can attend. We usually have great weather. There's a barbecue, I guess, planned too. So yeah, look forward to seeing lots of faces out there.
Right on. If I read that right, IGA is doing the barbecue again?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else from the reading file? Okay. Then under 12.1, looking for your council reports. Councillor Blanchette? Nothing. Councillor McLean?
On March 28th, I had a Valemount Community Forest Committee meeting. On April the 1st, we had a CBRAC webinar, the Flood Risk Operating Plan for BC Hydro. On the 8th, we had a committee-to-committee dinner along with Mayor. April 9th, community-to-community meetings along with Mayor and councillors. On April 13th, the Columbia River Treaty Local Government Committee regular meeting.
Writing that into my report. Thank you. Question. I read the update today put out from the local government committee for the CRT. Pass on our regards to all the work that yourself and the committee members are putting into that. Councillor Mullock.
On March 30th, I attended a regional advisory committee, Northern Development Initiative Trust meeting by Zoom. April 8th, also attended a special meeting of council and a Village of Valemount Simp First Nations working group meeting. And I also attended the dinner that evening with the some of the council folks that had arrived. And on April 9th, I attended for the day the regional council meeting. And that's it for me.
Thank you. Councillor Pearson.
March 26th, we had Valemount Industrial Park regular board meeting. April 8th as well, a special meeting of council, followed by the Village of Valemount Simp First Nation working group meeting. These have been really productive meetings and sharing information between our two communities. And that was followed by the regional council meet and greet and dinner. Getting to see everybody again. April 9th was a full day with the regional council meetings. That was a great day. A lot of information shared, and a lot of time shared together with groups all the way from Barrier to McBride. It was a good day. And then earlier today, I had the NERD PCN Steering Committee meeting, Primary Care Network, on staffing and such with Northern Health and the clinics.
Northern Interior Recruitment Division.
Okay. Primary Care Network I could get.
Or NERD.
Yep.
March 25 to 28, I was in Trail for the CBT executive and board meetings. We did a tour, it'd be my second tour of the Juanita expansion project. It's one thing to read, 335 megawatts on a sheet of paper, and then to see what infrastructure it takes to generate that amount of electricity is mind-boggling. April 2, at the Resort Communities Collaborative Mayor's meeting. April 13th, had April 8th, had a special meeting of council here with you all. I attended the dinner for the community-to-community forum. On the 9th, hosted the community-to-community forum. Really want to shout out to Strategies North for facilitating, and to, in particular, to Hunter Lampro, who gave us a legal summary of the Cowichan decision, and hopefully everyone can make it out to the May 4th open house, where Simp will be in attendance to talk about what fee simple lands, in their eyes, look like. April 13th, had a quarterly briefing with Vicki Rensby, who's the Health Services Administrator for the Robson Valley. Did glance Mr. Curran's letter over to the administrator for some feedback. And then today, I had the pleasure at 4 o'clock to welcome Dr. Rushton and the students of the University of Northern BC School of Planning and Sustainability. They are, for the second year, assisting the regional district, Fraser Fort George, in last year they assisted with Area A, official community plan rewrite. This year they're assisting with the Area H rewrite. So hats off to the continued partnerships with UNBC. Any questions? 13.1, calendar events are there for April and May for information. And 14.1, we have time for public comments on items considered by council as part of the approved agenda. Are there any public comments this evening? Just state your name and area of
Yeah, thank
residence.
you.
I don't think-
John Grogan,
I don't think you're experienced enough that I don't have to do the whole preamble.
880 Hillside Drive. I have 2 minutes.
You have 2 minutes, yeah.
Thank you, I'll be brief. I'm here to show my respect that my letter correspondence was received at this meeting, and so in case there were any questions to be asked, I'm here for that. I want to tell you that I was at a meeting just now for the Canadians for Safe Technology, and I've been attending those meetings for a period of time now. And there were a panel of experts who are concerned about radio frequency in smart meters. At our open house meeting, I was advised that there was a device where some employee would have to come and just about touch it to get the data. In the meeting that, in the letter that I received today, I got the impression that it's going to be a smart meter similar to what BC Hydro does, that my data will be broadcast. I'm concerned about the extra Wi-Fi every time, or radio frequency. So I'm also concerned that we didn't have a public hearing or a town hall, and rather the open house format didn't allow for me to hear what my neighbors have to think, what their concerns are, nor do they have the opportunity to hear my concerns. So that's a bit of controlling the narrative. And I've not received any information about how much a pit installation would cost as an alternative to having this device put into my home. I think I covered, I should also tell you that BC Hydro, when they did their installations, I chose to pay $30 every month to have radio turned off. Now that's really an inconvenience and an expense that I resent. And but I want to tell you about that because I'm not just like blowing off steam here. I've made a commitment, and so I don't know how to follow through with this water meter radio frequency. And I'd also like to know how many people signed that petition, because I didn't have an opportunity to sign it. And if the wording is anything reasonable, I'd be happy to sign that post receipt. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment.
Joe Marsh, Valemount, 1425.
We don't need your address, just your area. Thanks, Joe.
So today I had a water meter installed in my house. The gentleman showed up, no documentation, doesn't know, there's no training to show me that he's been trained, and he admitted he was not a plumber. He is dealing with water. That is a plumbing thing in most households. I know for a fact that doctors in their office have a plaque on the wall that you can see. Highways, people out on the highway have identification. Me as a helicopter pilot had to carry my pilot's license everywhere I went. And if someone asked for it to see it, you could show it to them. This gentleman had nothing. So he could have been just anybody off the street, and I wanted to know, he didn't actually even give me his name. But documentation, and this is a request to council from myself, I would like to see the people that are coming to our houses have documentation. And if it could possibly get me the documentation of that gentleman, I would like to receive it.
Pass that over to staff, as council doesn't normally deal directly with that.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
for,
you.
thank you for your comment.
Junior Zajac. About the water meter petition, John, I can answer that question. 112 signatures. What if you were not locals? Fifth Avenue paving, 340,000. Thank you very much for getting that approved, gone through the process and everything else. It's long overdue, and I think everybody's going to be pretty happy about that. I just got one question on that. So that's going to be from the highway to where? It didn't say that in what I was reading today.
To where the Fifth Avenue re-beautification project happened, you can see that cut line.
So where the crosswalk on Dogwood?
Would be just west of Dogwood,
Yeah, okay. Okay,
is my understanding.
yeah. So now that we're talking about paving, there's one street left in town, and I happen to live very close on that street. So I think it's time that we looked at that, and, you know, it's going to need some upgrading on the surface and everything else there, because that south end there is always low, the water just comes in there. So I realize, but I don't know what the distance is from Fifth to the highway, but it probably is comparable to Dogwood, or Dogwood might be a little bit longer. Yeah,
A bit longer.
yeah. So I wrote a letter last year, I think.
throwing it
and
out there for
it's
us?
It's still in the process probably, or, so. And then I think you guys answered the one from West Tech there. I went under there and it said 210 units, but it never gave no explanation what it was for. So it's for the sewer plant or the water plant?
Water plant.
Water plant. And that's hard to believe, yet there's nobody in Canada that can produce that.
We are subject to whatever the tariffs are
And
going
we
to be in
don't-
place for that as well.
If we can get away from supporting our buddy there.
Thank you for your
Okay,
comment.
thank you.
Other public comments this evening?
Melinda Goodell, Valemount.
Hi.
I too have a question around the water meters, and I had phoned Valemount's office to inquire about how I could go about getting a pit meter installed, and I was told that as far, and this was one of the staff, as far as they knew, there weren't going to be any pit meters installed. And I'm wondering why.
Can you follow up with Mrs. Goodell? Staff will follow up with you.
Thank you.
Only one left, Joe. Good? If there's no further public comments, then I will ask council to give notice under 15.1 to proceed to an in-camera meeting for consideration of 3 items per section 91E J of the Community Charter to discuss E, G, and J of the Community Charter to discuss matters related to E, the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land or improvements if the council considers that disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality. Number G, litigation or potential litigation affecting the municipality. And J, information that is prohibited or information that, if it were presented in a document, would be prohibited from disclosure under Section 21 of the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. Moved by Councillor Blanchette, second by Councillor Pearson. All in favor? It's carried. That concludes our open meeting. Thank you. I will revise this and get it back to you.